This next Watch Me Viz today is something a bit different than what I normally do. You're probably used to seeing me do these Watch Me Vizes in Tableau, but today I've got something a bit different. I'm going to be taking a dashboard that I built in Tableau for the Northwind Traders challenge by Maven Analytics, and I'm going to try to rebuild it in Power BI. Now, in Tableau, I did a lot of the exploration and all that, but in Power BI, I just want to see if I can rebuild exactly what I did in Tableau. And I'm doing this as a way for me to learn how to use Power BI better. I have some experience, but the only way to get better is to continue to practice. So that's what you're going to see me do today. But a couple of notes before we get started. First off, kind of the reason I do these live streams, the reason I create content on YouTube, on LinkedIn, on Twitter, is to help you become better at what you do. So I'm here to help you launch, grow, and unlock your career in data. And if that's something that's of interest to you, please sign up for my newsletter at andykriebel.com. You'll see it right there at the top. Just go ahead and click on subscribe. Every Friday, you'll get a newsletter full of information that's going to help you do your job better, upcoming events, discounts to products I create, and more. So again, go to andykriebel.com and subscribe to my newsletter. And if you're a Tableau user, I have a tip coming out this Friday that's exclusive to newsletter readers that is going to explain the most fundamental principle in Tableau. So really, really important, probably one of the most important videos I've created to help people understand how to use Tableau. A lot of the principles also apply to Power BI. It's just the language is slightly different than the way it is in Tableau. Also, if you sign up to the newsletter, you'll get a link to join a Discord server that I run. There's, I think, around 350 or so people on that now. It's been going for a couple of weeks. Ask your Power BI questions, ask your Tableau questions, data viz, start any kind of conversation you want. Just trying to have a platform where like-minded people can come together and there not be this huge, when you're trying to look for help, for example, it'd be nice to have one place you can go rather than looking kind of all over the place. So great place to post your questions and get help from other people that are inside of that server. So again, sign up for the newsletter and you'll get a link to that Discord server as well. Okay, so let me go ahead and share my screen. Let's see, show on the stream. There we go. And first off, the challenge that I took on last week when I created this in Tableau was to build a top-level KPI dashboard, basically a sales dashboard. And there were some particular objectives, like we could see down here on the bottom. So we had to do sales trends, product performance, key customers, and costs. And what I ended up building was this dashboard here. So really nothing complicated about this visualization. We've got our filters down on the left. We have some of our KPIs going across the top with month-over-month indicators, some tooltips, and then these are the daily sales for the current, I think the current year. And then we've got top sales and all these different, we've got top sales by product, most costly products, and then most ordered products. So essentially we got three sections. Down the left-hand side, we've got sales. Down the middle, we've got costs. And down the right-hand side, we have the number of orders. So I'm going to do my best to replicate this. I don't know how to do a lot of this. So there's a really good chance you're going to see me fail. But why not put myself on the line? I don't know. I enjoy doing this stuff for people. And hopefully you learn something by the way that I try to solve the problems and those sorts of things. So let's go ahead and get to it. And I am running Power BI on Parallels. So there's a chance that it will be slow. But I will do my best to make it go better. There's not really a whole lot I can do about it. So first thing we're going to do is connect to the data set. And the first one that I want to connect to, and all of the data is available on the Maven Analytics Challenge. So I'm going to connect to that data. And the first one I want to connect to is the order details, because this is going to have my, let's see, order details. No, we want to start with the orders table and then click on open. And we're going to start building out our data model. Okay, so, all right, so we have this initial table here, and we want to go ahead and we can go ahead and load the data. Come on. This will probably be the slowest part of what we do in this session here. Again, it's just slow because I'm running this on Parallels. It's not Power BI that's slow. And then hopefully it doesn't take too awful long. So what I'm going to end up doing is building a relationship model like this. So we have our orders table. We're going to link it to a few different tables. And then the order details needs to connect to a couple other ones as well. So the orders table. So I need to go ahead and get data again. So let's go to text. And the next one I want to connect to, if I go back over here, is customers. And open. And so this one, it looks like the column headers did not get picked up. So I'm going to click on transform data. Okay, and then there's this option here in the middle, use first row as headers. So I'm just going to click on that. Okay, so that's good. So we've got that. Now I'm going to flip back and forth to the dashboard that I created because I want to know, like, some of these things I'm not using. So I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of those columns right away. So for example, it doesn't, oh no, we do have a country filter. Okay, so we have that, but we don't need city. So I'm going to go ahead and remove city. And then I also don't have the name of the highest cost customers. So that's the customer. We don't need the customer title or the customer name. So we can remove both of those. We do need the customer ID because that's going to be one of the tables we join to. Okay, so that's good. Let me go back to our orders table now. So we've got all these ID fields, which we need. Required date and ship date, I don't believe we're using. So these were all just ship date. Okay, so I can get rid of these fields. So let's remove those columns. Okay, and then let's go ahead and connect to another data source. And this time we're going to connect to employees. Okay, and that looks okay. And now we have this reports to column, and that's going to link back to the employee table again. So I'm going to add the employee table a second time. I don't know, can I duplicate a table? Can I, oh, there we go, duplicate. Very good. Okay, and this one, I'm going to rename this one as my managers, just so I know which one is which. Okay, and then let's see, I don't think I need, let me go back here. I don't need the location of the employees, so I can, or the titles. So I'm going to get rid of these three, remove columns, and then I don't need this one either. And then back on the employees table, I need these. Yes, we can get rid of those. Okay, so just kind of trimming the table up as I go. So we've got employees, managers, and I'll build out all the connections in a bit. I want to get all the tables in first. So order details. And if you have any questions along the way, feel free to leave them in the chat. Okay, so we've got a couple comments on YouTube. I don't know how to see comments on LinkedIn, so I'm not quite sure how that works. Okay, anyway, so here's our order details. So nothing we need to do to that one right now. So let's just open that. And then order details is going to connect to products. So let me bring in the next table. Okay, moving along pretty good so far. All right, let's hit OK. And then in the products table, we didn't use that. I don't think we used anything for, oops, sorry, for product. We just used the sales. That's it. Okay, so we don't need any of these things. We probably need the category, so let me remove that. And then if I go back here, we need the categories table. Okay, and I don't need the description in this table. So again, I'm just trying to clean up the data as I go along so that when I start working with the data, I have as few fields as possible to work with. Okay, so so we got orders, customers, employees, managers, order detail, products, categories, and then shippers. Okay, did I use shippers? Customers, customer sales. I don't think I used shippers. Let me just see what that. Just want to find the data sources. Oops. Okay. Yeah, so I don't think I used any of the shipper information. Okay, so I won't bother connecting to that one then. Okay. So we didn't need that. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and hit close and apply. And then I'm going to go over here to my, oops, once this is done. Okay, so I'm going to click on my model view here, and I just need to double check that all my connections are working properly. So I'm going to go back over to, where were we here? So orders goes to customers. So orders goes to customers. Let's see, is there a way for me to zoom in and out on this? I don't see a way to zoom, so let's get rid of that. Oh, here we go. So I'm just going to move these over so I can see it a bit better. So we have, this should be joined by, so customers and customers many to one. So that's good. So that one's okay. And then we want to go, okay, so orders to employees. So where's employees? Okay, so orders to employees. So employee ID, okay, so that's good. And then this one here should be a, so we could have many employees. Go to one, so one manager could have many employees. So I'm going to actually make this a, I think I'm going to make it a many to many. Let me look back here. So it should be a left join. So more than one employee. Okay, so it should be one to many. So this column in the employees should be reports to. Okay. All right, so we can apply that change. Between columns. Okay. Let's see. So it's not one to. I just need to see what that message said again. Okay. It's not many managers to one employee. So it should be employee and manager tables are the same, right? Because you duplicate. Hitesh, they are the same, but one of them is going to refer to the managers and one of them is going to refer to the employees. So in the manager table, I want the employee ID. In the employee table, I want the reports to. And then I don't want to have, if I look at the, let me go back to the, so in the employees table, there's one person that doesn't have a reports to. So we don't want that person to drop out. So we need to have, so each employee, so each manager can have more than one employee. So each manager can have more than one employee. So one manager to many employees. Is that right? Yeah, I think that's right. Let's see if that, okay, so that's the same thing I had before. Okay, I'll just do many to many. It doesn't matter. This should be used if it is expected that neither column contains unique values. Okay, so I know it's not a one-to-one. We don't want to do many to one. So this version of cardinality many to many. They should only be used if it is expected that neither column contains unique values. That neither column contains unique values. Right, so employee ID has unique values. So why wouldn't a one-to-many work? I think you need to back to the tables. I think incorrect columns were deleted. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do now, I'm actually going to go back to my data view. Oops, no, relationship view. And let me see. I'm just going to delete that for now. Okay, so okay. So we do that. So manage, we don't want that. Okay, so we want to go from the employees table to the managers table, and it should be one to many. Okay, so that should be okay then. Okay, so work that time. Good. Okay. Oops, wrong button there. And then, okay, so we have that. I can now go back to my report view. All tables, okay. All right, so I think I'm good there. So let me just close this window then. Okay, so if I now pick this table, so the category table, I just have those two, customer ID, employee ID, manager, order details, orders, and products. Okay, so I think I'm okay. Oh, orders, I don't need the shipper ID, so we can let's see. I don't remember how to get back to the table view. How do I get back to that? I think it's transform, right? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so if I go to orders, I don't need shipper ID, so I'm going to remove that. Okay, so order, customer, employee, order date, and freight. Okay, did I change type? Did I get rid of a column here? Orders. I got rid of these three. Order date. 1, 2, 3. So there should be 5 columns. 2, 3. Okay, so that's right. Customers. Okay, employees, managers, order details. Right, products and categories. Okay, I think I'm good to go there then. All right, so I can now close and apply. And I'm back here. It's going to need to refresh real quick. And I'm just going to start building the dashboard. I think I've got everything right now with the data. So I'm just going to start building the kind of sections that I know how to do really easily. So I'm going to start by bringing in a, let's see, text box. And I'm just going to call this Northwind Traders current year performance. Okay, I wonder if I can copy and paste. Okay. Okay, something like that. And then I think I have a nice little line going across. So shapes, line, and I want to put that line up. Okay, and then where's my color? Shape, line, style, color, black. Okay. I don't think I need the, oh yeah, I do need the border. Okay, good, so that's good. And then I want to have this, oh, let me move that down a bit. Okay, and then I'm going to have this filter section on the left-hand side. All right, so the whole background, let's see, so format my page, canvas background, we're going to make like light gray. Canvas settings, okay, 16 by 9, that's good. Okay, so something like that. I want to make it probably a lighter color though. Okay, something like that. It does have that like glowy type thing. I don't know how to get rid of that. It's got like this glow around the edges, which I don't really like, but that's okay. And then we want that to fill up the space. So let me drag that over. Okay. All right, so that part's done. And then we want to put this kind of vertical line going down. So insert, buttons, sorry, shapes, line, rotation. I want to rotate it 90 degrees. Okay, and I want to make it as thin as possible. And I think I'm going to put it maybe right about there for now. And that's going to, again, be like a grayish line. Style, border is going to be like a grayish color, something like that. So that's good. I'm going to move it down ever so slightly because it's overlapping my black line, I think. Oh. Is there a way to like layer it? Where is it? Where did I just find that? Border, general, properties. There we go. Positioning. Okay, so that's good. I was just trying to make sure it didn't overlap that black line. All right, and then I'm just going to make it thinner. And then it should be, yeah, something like that should be fine. Okay, so good so far. So filters. So I'm going to put another text box in here, but this one's going to be a lower font. A smaller font, so text box. Where'd it go? And that's going to have no background to it. So let me make that bigger. Oops. Come on. Oh, well, good enough. So then for this one, I want to font size. I probably could shrink that down a bit. Nope. Okay, so properties. All right. Okay, so that takes care of that. And then hit my line here. Okay, something like that. Okay, and then I could probably start putting the slicers in. So let me go to, where's my slicers? Slicers, there we go. So slicers are filters in Tableau. So this one is going to be country. So let's see here, field. It's under customers, I think, right? Yeah. Okay. Okay, and this is going to be a format slicer, settings, option style, format. Okay, so I think that's all right. I'm probably going to need to make these a bit wider, but I'll leave it like that for now. Okay, and this needs to have a border on it. So general, let's see, properties. No. Visual border on. Something like that. Yeah, that's good. Okay, go back here again. Padding. All right, something like that. Yeah, so this is going to have to be wider. So let me just move this over a bit. Let's make this wider. Okay, so that's that drop down. Okay, so that looks pretty good. Good enough. Okay, so the next one is the manager. So let's bring in another slide. Actually, I could probably just duplicate this one. Let me see here. Come on. I think I moved it somehow. Why is it not? It's not letting me. There we go. I'm trying to move it over. Oh, that's a bit annoying. Okay, something like that. Okay, and then I should be able to just copy and paste. And then this one will be manager. So instead of country, I'm going to have okay. And how do I have that here? I just have this as a, okay, so I need to go to my format, slicer settings, and it's going to be a vertical list. Okay, now this isn't going to work because I'm going to run out of room. Okay, so I think I'm going to just switch this back to be a drop down. Because I'm not going to have enough room to put it in here. Maybe I should just make this font a lot smaller. Let's make this maybe like 28. Nope. That's fine, whatever. Okay, so then we have manager, employee name, category name. Okay, so come on. Okay, so then okay, so maybe let's see if I can make this one a drop down. Slicer settings, vertical list. Okay, now maybe there's a way I could make the values. Okay, that's better. And how many managers are there? Okay, good. So I've got my filter section done. And then I could maybe put something like this on there as well. Another little text box. Great. All right. So we've got the left side done now. I like the easy copy paste on that. That's really, really useful. Go back here again. Slicer settings. No, we want to do general effects, visual border. I want to make it a bit lighter, I think. I think that's the same as I had before. Maybe it's the same. Am I changing anything? Ever so slightly. Okay, I'm not going to worry about it. All right. So now we need to start building out some of these charts. So I'm going to, let's see. So this is sales. I'm going to put a box. Or no, that's not what I want. Okay. Where is my insert shapes? It's interesting how it fills up the whole space for you. Okay, so something like, I'm going to need to have 4 charts going. I don't know if these are all going to fit, but okay. All right, so let's go to shape, properties, width. Let's make them what's my width on these? 425. Okay, so let's make them 300. 325. Okay. All right, I'm just going to leave it like that for now. These are just, I probably need to make each of these shape, style, fill is white. And then the border, I want to have I think I was doing the 20%. Okay, great. Okay, something like that. I think that looks pretty even. All right, so out of curiosity, is there any dashboard level or worksheet level format option like Tableau in Power BI? What do you mean by, do you mean like fonts or something, Hitesh? I don't understand your question there completely. Okay, so let's start there, and then I need to put my, okay, so this is where I think I want to use, let's see, what does this tell me? Come on. There we go. All right, so the value I want to have on here is orders. Oh, wait, I'm looking at, let's see if I go to this sheet. I'm looking at either the current year or the prior year. Okay, so I need to come up with a filter at some point for that. Order details. Oh, this is a calculation, I think. Sales. Okay, so finally there. And then I need to, on my, want to, come on. So, okay, times. Come on. Oh, okay, I'm using the wrong thing here. So I need to do a new column. Fonts for titles, workbooks, tools, and border formats. Yeah, I haven't tried that, Hitesh, so I don't know the answer. I would assume there is. Okay, so this is going to be sales equals. Okay, so it should be quantity times, what's it called here? Unit price. This, and then this would be, oops. Oh, okay. I'm just going to call it sales 2 for now because I need to delete the other one. So the one I started building, I did get deleted. So let me, come on. So this one I want to delete. Yes. Okay, and then I'm going to rename this one as sales. So let's go to this first card. And then I want to put sales onto the value. Okay, that didn't work very well, did it? Let me just change this then to be a card. There we go. Okay, so that's going to give us our first format here. So let me format this, call out value. Let's make it maybe 28. Okay, so 24, that's fine. Let's make it 24. And this is going to be blue. And okay. That's fine. Display units, auto, that's fine. Category label, turn that off. All right, and then what I need to figure out how to do then is how to do this like year-over-year thingy. So let me bring in the text box. Oh, wait, maybe I don't need that. Let's see, fields, format. Okay. So that gives us that. And then I'll have to put these on here as other measures. Okay, so that gives me my sales in current year, which is good. So that's what I want there. Now I need, but that's not just my current year. Okay. So my dashboard should only be filtered to the current, let's see. Let me see here. I've got a cheat sheet here. Give me 1 second. Oh. Just bear with me for a second. All right. Let's see. So I need a DAX formula for this year. But I don't want, okay. Okay, let's see here. Max. I know some of you are probably kicking yourselves with how easy this should be for me, but I've never done it before. Next, to show the year with maximum value. Okay. Surely there's a really simple calculation here. Okay, let me try it this way. I don't really know how to do this, so I'm just going to give it a go. I know I can do it in the data model. There are a few ways you can, okay, so, but I need something, I need a measure. So my sales, I need this to be like, so let me, I need this to be something like sales current year. And it needs to be something like, I'm just going to type out something like if max year of our date field, so it's order date. Do what's the field called? Yeah, so that's not going to work. I could cheat and just say, just hard code the number in there. If year equals there, year last date, order date. Okay. I'm going to need to do this a different way then. Oh yeah, I could just apply a filter to this one. Okay. I'm just trying to do it all in one spot. So filters on this visual. Okay, so on this visual, I could put order date, date hierarchy, year, is top one. No, that's not what I want to do either. Okay, so that should give me that value, right? And okay, that's good. All right, so that's good. So that filters that. And then what I want to do here then is on the filtering. And then, okay, so let's get rid of that. Let's go to here. And then this is going to be so whoever left a comment, I'm sorry, I just don't know what your name is. You can filter the whole dashboard. Yeah, I can filter the whole dashboard, but that's not quite what I need though, because two of my charts. So for example, if I look here, this has current year and prior year. So that's the difference there. So yeah. Okay, so that's that. Okay, so that looks good. Great. And then we want to sales in current year. So prior month. Okay, so then what I want to do is I want to duplicate. I'm just going to duplicate this. And this time I'm going to call this, actually I could just call this sales. Rename that again. Okay, and then this one is going to be just the current month. Come on. Okay, so we're going to change this to be, let me get rid of that. And then orders, order date. Okay. Come on. Here we go. Let's see, this needs to be month and year. Okay. So what if I do, let's get rid of that. And let's bring in order date instead. Oh, so this is going to be all individual years. Okay, so that all individual dates, which I don't want either. Okay, so let's get rid of that. So I'm going to just bring in the date hierarchy. Let me try that. What the hell? Okay. I guess I'll just do it manually. So year, basic filtering is 2015. And then month, basic filtering is, oh God, I don't know what the latest month is, May? April, May. Oh, prior month is April. Yes, that's not right, 4/4. This would be much easier with calculations. I could apply a slicer in last calendar month. But wouldn't the slicer? So this should be filtered to. Why is that not the right number? Then I've got 617. Maybe it's wrong here. Oh yeah, this is wrong. Oh, so my Tableau one has a bad calculation. Sales prior. Oh, that's sales. Oh, this should be sales prior year. That's why. Go back and fix that. So let's get rid of that. Ideally, what I'd like to be doing is writing these as calculations instead of instead of kind of doing it manually with the filtering, because then it won't update as I bring in new data. So let's see. So I want to do a X expression Power BI at the latest year. Okay. But I want to get the maximum year. So maybe I could correspond to max call. When used with a single column action internally executes without any table column. So I wonder if I can do that. Let me try that. Quick measure. Okay. So max year. Date field. Okay. So where'd that field go? All right. So if I go, let me just try something here. Order date. Table tools. Okay. So where did that field go now? Okay, sales year to date. All right. So if I go back to this here and I put sales year to date on here instead. Oh, that's easier. Nice. Sweet. Okay, that's great. Thank you for that tip, Gerard. Much easier for sure. Okay, so then I want to do so if I do year-to-date total, then, okay, so let's look at what this formula says. So it's got a total, what if there's a total prior year to date? Okay. Some period last year function. We need to compare values. Okay. So let me get rid of this. Actually, I'm just going to swap that out for, oh, where'd it go? Sales year over year. I don't know why I would have put it up there with categories, but oops. No, let's close that. Close that. Okay, so. So this is going to be okay, and then so prior year. Okay, so you're saying there's also a same period last year function. Okay, so Power BI same period last year. Okay, so what I see here, the data. So I want to do, I assume something like this. Oh, didn't work. Okay. Maybe I need to get rid of the date. Okay, so if I look at $245,103, that's the right number or not? Well, I can find out. So this is going to be per year. Where'd it go? I just need to verify now if that's the right number or not. So this is going to be that currency. All right, so what I want to look at now is I'm going to just do something super simple. I'm just going to bring a table on, and I'm going to put sales onto the, let's see, my columns. I want to be my date and my sales. So 446.23. Okay, so then if I go down to the month, and let's filter down to filters on this visual. Okay, so let's filter down to 2014. And then which months here? Trying to see where that 453 comes from. Yeah, so something's weird here. So my 453 number is wrong. So there's something with the calculation there. Same period last year. Am I doing something wrong there? I must be doing something wrong. Oh, let's get rid of this. Now I don't know what I did. Okay. So something's wrong with my calculation here. So finding sample formula creates a measure that calculates the previous year's sales of reseller sales. Okay, so let's look at this again. Sum of sales, same period last year, date time, date to key. So orders, order date. I don't know if that's right or not. I don't think it is. Okay, I'm just gonna move on. This is really taking a long time, but it's my own doing, nobody else's. Okay, so we get something like that. All right, and then now we need to put in our little bar chart here. So okay, so we want to look at, let's see, we probably want to do a clusters. And the x-axis is going to be, let's see, what sales on the y, and we want month on the x. And then I want this filtered down to, actually I want to have sales year to date on there. I wonder if that would work. Oh, it does a cumulative. Okay, yeah, I don't want that. Right. So I want to use sales instead of that. Let's see, let's put sales back in there, get rid of that. And then my legend, I want to have, okay, so on this visual, go away. Again, this isn't going to update dynamically. And then I want to have the year on the legend. And then ideally I have one in front of the other. Is there a way to maybe overlap them? Okay, legend, grid line, zoom slider, columns. Okay, that's fine. So 2014. But I want one column inside of the other. Okay, so spacing. No, that's not what I want. Okay. Okay, so for that, I don't need to see the title, so we can get rid of that. We can also, where is it here? Properties. Where is it? Visual. Where to go? Okay, legend I don't need. And then my months, I want to format to data labels. I don't want that. Okay, so x-axis values. But how can I change the format of the month? I want the month to just be the first letter. Remove year. Okay, I did that. Let's see. I just want to see a single letter for the months. So how can I format the month? Let's see. X-axis values. Concatenate labels. We don't want that. We don't want the title. All right. Surely there's a simple formatting solution here. Yeah, so I want something like that. Okay. I think what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to kind of leave this. Let's bring this up here. I'm just going to kind of park it here for now. Oh, annoying. All right, so it's going to need to be kind of something like that. What I'll do is after I'm done with this, I'll try to figure out. Okay, that's fine. I'm going to do these top products by sales and top customers by sales. Okay, so let's just do a simple bar chart, and we want to have sales and the products. Where's products? Okay, and then visual. Do I have the values on? Okay, so I'm showing the values. Okay, values. It's fine. 8. Title off. Bars. That's fine. Data labels on. Okay, and then where's my okay, and then my title is going to be top products by sales. All right, and then, but I want this to filter. So the formatting doesn't look very good on that, does it? Properties, so sales. Okay, that's fine. So on this one, I want to go to title, visual. That's going to be my x-axis. Values, display units. Here we go. Okay. Okay, so that's good grid lines. We'll turn the grid lines off. Okay, so now what I want to do here is I want to advance top and top 10. Should get the same list. Oh, and it should just be the current year. So this should be sales year to date, not sales. $67. Okay, great. I feel like I'm really suffering here. Top 10, my value, sales year to date. And then my, okay, so on my chart here then, so I don't want to show my y-axis. Oops, I don't want to show my x-axis. There we go. Okay, and then on my y-axis, okay, Okay, so that's a bit better. Okay, so I can now bring that down, make it fit the same as that. It's already got the border on it. All right, so we're good to go there. Finally, yay. Okay, so let's do a bit more formatting here. We want to, no, not the background. General, is there a way for me to add some padding? Here we go. Okay, that gives us the top 10 products by sales. Let me make them slightly bigger. And then the font. Okay, so the font should be 8. And then on the x-axis, the font. Let's see, where's the bars? Nope, data labels. Values, 8. Okay. Okay, outside end. That's good. And then let's see, spacing. Here we go. All right, so we want something like that. Okay, so that's good. And then now I need to put a border on this format. General, properties, advanced, nope. Let's see. Size, position, padding. Okay, there we go. Great. Okay, so that's that. And then I need the top 10 customers by sales. Okay, so then I should be able to just copy and paste. I'm just going to change it here. So top customers by sales. Okay, so instead of product name, we want to have customer name. Where's customer name? It's a company name. Yep. Okay, so then this one, the title, general title. This one, oh, it's missing the filter. Okay, so I've got those two. Now, is there a way that I can change the size of the dashboard? Surely there's a way to do that, right? So page information, canvas size. So that's just the custom. Let's see, what's this one? 1600 by 1000. Ah, sweet. Okay, so this will work. Excellent. Okay, so now I've got a lot more room to do things. So this I can now move. Oh, this needs to have my border. It does. Okay, so it needs to have a border on it. That's good. Oops. Oh, shit. Oh, how do I get out of that? Oh, how do I get out of this? Oh, back to report. There we go. Yeah, so I'm going to move this all the way down to the bottom. Okay. Okay, so that's good. I think same period last year function needs to know what year you're looking at current. Did you filter the viz by the current year? If you put year, current year, and prior in a table, you should see it. Okay. So here, this is my sales prior year to date. So it needs to know what year you're looking at. Did you filter the viz by the current year? Okay. So let me just create a table then. This is very helpful. Thank you for the feedback along the way. So if I put year in the table, and then I put sales year to date, sales, and sales prior year to date. Yes, I'm getting nothing there. No. See, I'm getting 453 where I should be getting 617. That's weird that this doesn't. So 453, I don't know where it's getting 453 from. And let me just add this in. So minus 28.6, I think is right. Okay, but now I'm not getting minus 28.6 here. Why am I not getting minus 28.6 in this one? Maybe this has to be filtered to yes, now I get the minus 29%. But I'm just hoping I wouldn't, yeah. Okay, anyway, this needs to be worked on because, yeah, it's not, so prior, okay, so I think maybe I need to put year here as well. But now I get a blank. $245,103. Okay, so that goes through. Okay, so that's right. So 245,103 is correct. Okay, the only thing that would be is if it would be never put filters on cards, or else you would never follow up your developments in the future. So Andre, yeah, I understand where you're getting there. I guess I should probably have on the entire visual, instead of having these filters here, I should be maybe for the whole dashboard, I should have a year filter that is just the last 2 years, but I would like that to be a dynamic filter. So now if I go here, if I go to this, come on, go to this sheet, I shouldn't need that filter. Yeah. Because that's the page filter. And then this one as well, I shouldn't need that filter. But now it's wrong. So this one's going to have a filter. So this visual needs to have a filter. Yeah, there we go. Okay. My other question I had was, how do we just do the month letter on the chart? So ideally, I only have the letter of the month, not the. Yeah. See, how do I summarize? No. Format. Okay. Yeah, I would like to be able to format the month, but I can't filter it to just the. It doesn't let me. Yeah, it doesn't let me. So that's fine. And ideally, I have one bar inside of the other bar as well. Okay, I'm going to keep trying to play around with those things on my own time, so I'm not taking up all of your time. So let me go down here again. So let's get rid of this. So then I think what I need to do then is I can probably just delete both of those. Come on. And am I able to like lasso everything? Nope. Okay. Right, and then for each of these charts, I'm going to need to, what would happen if you rotate the axis label? Well, it's a good question, Jen. I don't even know how to rotate the axis label. Maybe it's under formatting. No, this will be this chart here. Yeah, so it'd be x-axis. I don't even see an option to rotate the label. Yeah, unless I'm missing something up here somewhere. Format. That just brings it front to back. Yeah, I understand what I'm trying to do, Natasha. I just don't know how to actually format it that way. I don't see a place to format the month. That's the problem right now. Okay, and I'd have to turn off all the filtering so it doesn't affect some of these sheets. So this sheet here then should be sales current year. So this should be freight costs in current year. So I need to probably, can I duplicate this? Can I? Okay, I have to rebuild the calculations because I want to have freight cost year to date. Okay, so I need to go to the report and go to home, new quick measure, year to date total. This is going to be freight. Date field is going to be order date. Add. And where did that field go? So it's freight year to date. Okay, great. So this needs to be renamed as well. Okay. So now let me go back to this card here and let me close that. Instead of sales year to date, it's going to be freight year to date. Okay. And then this prior year, this needs to be formatted as a $, 0 decimals. Come on. So this chart should be okay. And then that needs to be formatted. And then I need to duplicate my year over year. Okay, and then this table here should just be freight. This should just be freight instead of sum of sales. Everything else should be the same. Now, how does that look compared to the Tableau one? 1, 2, 3. Why do I have a different number? So the numbers are different here. This should be 2170, 63. Okay, I'm going to call it quits there. I need to get going. I am going to keep playing around with this and trying to figure out the formatting, and I kind of understand everything else. I need to get a better understanding of how some of these calculations work so that I can make these more dynamic. So I don't like that I have to filter the whole dashboard manually by 2014 and 2015. I'd rather it be something flexible that gets like the latest 2 years or something like that. Otherwise, it's not meeting one of the requirements of the challenge, which was that it should automatically update when we get new data. So I'm going to play around with that at some point. But hopefully you learned something. I learned a lot. Thank you very much for your comments. A couple other things I need to do is the formatting for the months, try to get the bars inside of the bars, make sure the numbers are right. So just a few things here and there that I need to clean up. But thanks for joining. Sorry it's taken so long. I appreciate your feedback along the way. Again, don't forget to sign up for my newsletter at andykribel.com. And I send that out every Friday morning, and I think you're going to like it. Otherwise, I guess I wouldn't do it if I didn't think you were going to like it. So thanks again for tuning in. Have a good day.